Hello and welcome to Keeping It 100 Coalition Conversations, the official podcast of the National Coalition of 100 Black Women Metropolitan Baton Rouge chapter. I'm your host, Shanice Lewis, and this is the space where we amplify the impactful work of our chapter and the leaders making a difference in our community. Today, we are shining a spotlight on the Education Committee and the incredible initiatives they're spearheading. Joining us today are Hazel Regis Buckels, Andromeda Love, and Susana Lee. They'll be sharing exciting details about the upcoming virtual college fair, Beaucoup Vidbu, and the scholarship program, all designed to support and uplift students in our community. So stay tuned as we dive in to the important work that they're doing and how you can get involved. So let's welcome all of our guests to the stage. Hey guys.
Hello.
Hi, everyone.
So thank you for joining me this evening. So we're going to go around and let everyone introduce themselves and tell us about your role in organizing these programs. Let's start with you, Hazel.
Hi, everyone. So I am Hazel Regis Buckels. I am the school leader at Kenilworth Science and Technology Charter Academy, and I'm the chair of the Education Committee. I am also a retired Olympian. I was told I have to say this just in case y'all didn't know. Um, and I'm just happy to serve and give back and just make sure that we are pouring it into a community that deserve it, especially our young Black girls, and do everything that we can as the 100 Black women of Metropolitan Baton Rouge to ensure that we are serving the community to the best of our ability.
Yes, that capital OLY means she's an Olympian, and I want everybody to know that because I didn't know. I thought that was another last name, so we have to clarify that. And so, Andromeda, you go next.
Sure. Hello, everybody. My name is Andromeda Love. My day job is I'm the Chief Academic Officer at Louisiana Key Academy. We're a system of public charter schools, tuition free for kids with dyslexia in the state of Louisiana. My work here with this wonderful organization is I'm the co-chair of the Education Committee and also one of the co-leads of our virtual college and career fair, which we'll be talking about today.
Yes, and last but not least, Susana.
Hi, everyone. My name is Dr. Susana Lee. I am a leadership development leader, also coach. I call myself the Dream Career Doctor, making sure that people are successful in their careers and businesses. But I also have the distinct honor of being a part of the 100 Black women here in Metropolitan Baton Rouge. And I serve as a subcommittee lead for our scholarship program. And I'm also the chair for our technology committee. So I am excited to be here talking about this today.
Yes, so the Education Committee has a lot going on just this month, a lot going on. So we're going to talk about each program one by one. First, let's start off with the virtual college fair. Now, tell me, what is the virtual college fair and how does it benefit students?
Awesome. So the virtual college and career fair we're super excited about is actually taking place virtually, of course, on Zoom. Actually this Saturday. So this is our event that is coming up most closely. So this is something that we're super excited about. This is going to give young Black girls in middle school, high school, also recent high school graduates the opportunity to learn about some different colleges and universities across the state. And they'll also have an opportunity to hear from some wonderful sisters within the 100 who have just a variety of careers. So we're really excited to be able to put this out into the community.
So how can students and parents participate in this fair?
So as you can see, we have our lovely flyer up here. If you look at the bottom, we have that link to register on Eventbrite. So it's really as simple as that. Going to that Eventbrite link, registering. It's free, a free event. It's on Zoom. You don't have to wake up early and like get out of your house to get it done. So it's really something that's open to everybody. And we're super excited to have that opportunity.
Now, which colleges and universities will be represented?
So we have a nice variety. We really wanted to make sure that we showcase different opportunities for students. So a four-year university, community colleges, maybe technical routes. So we have a variety of options that kind of range from things like BRCC or Southeastern, Louisiana Tech, Nichols, Dillard. So a large variety just to make sure that we have something for everybody.
Now, during the event, are there any workshops or special sessions during the fair?
Definitely. So we really want to make sure that it's interactive. So even though it's something that's occurring virtually, we want students to have the opportunity to listen, but also to be able to ask questions and have more of that one-on-one small group time. So it's made up of panels where they'll be able to just hear or ask questions to like all of our career panelists, all of our college and university representatives, but there'll also be different opportunities for breakout rooms where students can really dig more deeply and in a much smaller setting with whatever college or university or career that they're interested in.
Now, how does this event help first generation college students or those unsure about their next steps?
So I think this is actually a really great opportunity for folks who may be first generation, where they may not have as much background and knowledge about colleges and universities, or also people who are kind of unsure about their next step, because this really gives you a really great overview. So you're going to be able to hear from just a variety of options, and you'll be able to hear about things like admissions, financial aid, what does campus life look like, what are those really star programs for each college or university? So I think this will be really powerful for someone who doesn't really know where to start. It gives you that broad overview so that you can then dig more deeply.
And I just thought about something while you were talking. This could be beneficial to somebody who is older and decide to go back to college later in life. We didn't even think about that, or maybe I don't know. Maybe y'all did.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
If you're 40 or 50, can you register and come too?
Absolutely. We are open to everybody. Like I said, free event, it's virtual, so it doesn't put that much strain on your Saturday morning. So I think it'll be a really exciting event. We're going to have a lot of great people on, and I think it's going to be super useful information.
Now, what advice do you have for students on making the most out of this virtual college fair?
So I think the biggest thing, thankfully, is just showing up. You just show up, and we're going to be there to give you the information. You're getting this opportunity to interact with a variety of admissions counselors. You're getting this opportunity to learn about a variety of careers that you'll be able to see Black women who are in those roles, which is super powerful for our young ladies. I also didn't mention that we also will have some giveaways. We'll also connect this to our scholarship program. So you'll also be able to hop on and learn more about scholarships, which we'll be talking about a little bit later in the show. And I do see a question about if it is open to boys and girls. So of course, our work with the 100 is focused on Black women and girls, but this event is open to anybody who would benefit from it. So if there's a young man who would also benefit from this information, we would love for them to register as well.
Awesome. So again, this is Saturday, February the 1st. That's this Saturday, right?
This Saturday, coming up soon.
This Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12:30. Register for free and get all the information about going to college. So that's just one of the educational programs. There's many more. So the next one coming up is Beaucoup Vidbu. Now Hazel is going to tell us about Beaucoup Vidbu. What inspired the creation of this event?
So I have to say this is passed down to me, and we all know this is French word. Beaucoup means a lot, and vidbu means reading. So it's a lot of reading. But the inspiration is around really and truly being intentional about empowering young Black girls through literacy. So we wanted to make sure that we start doing things around early reading skills, which is the foundation for lifelong learning. Having our young girls engage with books with people that looks like them. So getting our Black authors out, having them also have a passion for reading in a way that is engaging, is culturally relevant, not feeling like reading is a task, but most so that it's fun. It's something they can enjoy, and doing it with people that looks like them. That is very, very important because we know that literacy is a big deal. We understand that when children are not engaged in relevant and culturally relevant literature, they oftentimes resist wanting to read. And being that we are all in the school system, we see that on a daily basis. So just giving them an opportunity to engage with Black authors in a space that's just culturally relevant, engaging, and most importantly, fun.
So can you tell us about some of the activities and experiences offered during this event?
So not only are they going to be interacting with authors and learning the stories of their books, but they would also have hands-on experiences, being able to do things around literacy stations, or a really, really great thing, they would have book giveaways. So they will be leaving with the books of some of the authors as well. And creative writing, whether that is through illustration workshops, making sure that they are having opportunities to share with each other as well. So as interactive as possible, giving the young girls an opportunity to share what they learned from the book in different spaces.
So how do you select the books and the authors that are featured at this event?
So we have a lot of great sisters in a 100, and we also have authors in 100. So that's a great way to start. But we work as a subcommittee to really and truly ask our sisters who are authors that they know, and we select based on the feedback that we get, making sure that, one, it is age appropriate, it is relevant, and that it is something that our students will enjoy.
So is it too late to be an author at this event if somebody is watching and want to be included?
So we have 5 authors. So if you're really, really and truly want to be part of this, you have like 30 seconds to do so. Seriously, we do have a lot of authors that are interested, but we can only pick 5 of them. So if you really and truly know someone out there that deserve that probably last 2 spots, you need to make sure that you look at the flyer, reach out to us and let us know, and that way we can engage with them in reference to.
Let me put the education email up. So if you want to be an author, you said you got, well, tonight is the
30
last
seconds.
30 seconds.
email education@ncbwmetrobr.org as soon as possible. And maybe if you can't get in this year, you can get in next year.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So if you're not able to get in this year, we're definitely going to put you on reserve because we only have 5 spots.
Okay. So we have our sisters cheering you on in the comments. But tell us, why is it important to focus on literacy for young girls, particularly in our community?
So studies shown that early literacy skills is super important. So the earlier children learn to read, they are most likely going to be successful, not only in school, but also in their career. So we are constantly pushing for reading, but reading in a way that is relevant, reading in a way that students enjoy and they can relate to it. So we want to make sure that whatever we do, not only the students, but the parents as well, they are able to say, okay, this is meaningful to my child enjoy this. And once they enjoy reading, they will continue to read. It has to be something that they enjoy. So this event is about how do we create a space to make sure it's fun for them.
And so we have a question from the audience. Are they all local authors?
Yes, they are.
Kirsla.
Yes, they are.
So all local to Baton Rouge.
So let me not say that. We have a few that's already from Baton Rouge area. We haven't selected all 5 yet. So I don't want to tell you yes, and then we have someone from New Orleans. So
okay. But you, as a principal, you can speak firsthand on how important reading is, because I know some kids get socially promoted and get to high school and still can't read, and it's hard for them to get a job. You can't even fill out a job application if you can't read. So just speak to how you see people struggle in the higher grades when they can't read.
Absolutely. And this is the everyday life of us educators. And Sister Andromeda School focuses a lot on dyslexia. So students that have IEPs, 504s, or different disabilities, you find it's even harder. And we do have students that are regular education that still struggle with reading. So that is why it is very important to expose our students at a very early age to books, to like even going to the grocery store at a young age, even looking at the signs when you're driving, just identifying words, and having them repeated over and over. We have to start young, and it's important for us to also provide parents with the resources of how to do that. Because again, if they're only engaging in technology or engaging in things that are not going to help them, you want to be able to have that balance. But reading starts at a very early age. Actually starts in the womb. You should be reading to your child while you're pregnant. You should be doing those things at an early age, so when they get to elementary school, it's not difficult. So it takes all of us. It takes a village. When they get to us, it's already years behind that they can't be caught up in just 1 year. So you want to make sure that you expose them early, and not just in the school system, but also at home, in community events. And this is why we're doing this as 100 Black women. We want to make sure that we provide them additional opportunities to engage in literacy.
And do you find that those that struggle to read maybe get in more trouble, act out? Any of you can answer that.
Yes, so you can find that in some cases. If I'm struggling and I can't read and I'm in class and all my peers could read, I don't want that attention to be on me that I can't read. So I'll find a way to escape. And a lot of the times, escape means I'll get in trouble. And a lot of what we're seeing in education is that children are doing things not because they want to do it, it's because they are not capable of doing something that we oftentimes think is it's easy for them, and they struggle with that.
And we have a comment from the audience from Keylonda. As a speech therapist and children's book author, I'm excited for this event. I missed last year, but I will make sure my daughter is in the building. Keylonda, make sure you register. It's free to register. We look forward to seeing you there. And so how can parents and educators support the mission of Beaucoup Vidbu beyond this event?
So I think Sister Andromeda has something to say, and I want her to say it before we
Go
go into
ahead.
that question, if you don't mind.
Oh yeah. So just on the piece that you spoke about, Sister Shanice, about kids acting out and things like that, just thinking with the work that I do with kids specifically who struggle so much with reading, that is something that we see a lot of, that they will act out where if they're having trouble, if they're struggling academically. And also just thinking about a recent study that was published actually by the founder of our school found that about 50% of prisoners within Louisiana have dyslexia. Or so thinking about just kind of that pipeline just really talks about how important literacy is at such a young age, because it does have that impact on their whole lives. It's the most important skill that they're ever going to learn.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And just to add on, even once you're in a career field, it obviously is going to be harder for you to learn at that stage because of the stigma. And a lot of people go too far beyond and don't get a diagnosis, don't know why it is that they struggle so much. So I think that this event is super duper important because of the advocacy piece that's also there for parents. So I think it's so vital.
Yes, and if we are able to give parents the resources and really have them understand what they need to do, then we may have a decrease. But if the parents are not aware, resources aren't provided, and you are in Head Start, early childcare, and you're not getting that foundation, then it's so much harder when you get to the elementary, middle school level.
And we have a question from the audience from first Vice President of Programs, Dinesh Piper. How can I encourage a scholar that isn't interested in the adventures of reading?
Ooh, how can you encourage them? So first, it's important to ask them, what are they interested in? That is the first thing, because we often say you have to read. I want you to read this book, but we forget to ask, what are you interested in? We have to start with what they are interested in. A lot of kids love books that have less words, but more pictures. A lot of our kids love books that are sports related, They can relate to that better. So finding out what do they really care about, what do they really like, and start there. I believe that every kid loves to read, but it may not be what we want them to read.
Does being on social media and on the iPhone all day help you read?
I would say to help you read certain things, you have to be very careful because there are certain things we don't want you to read. So again, making sure you go through, is it appropriate? Is it age appropriate? Is it going to help them or hinder them? You have to be able to decipher what is good material and not good material.
So before we move on to the next event, I'm going to put that flyer back up one more time. This is a free event. You just have to register. There's a bit.ly link, Beaucoup Vidbu 2025. And if you don't catch it right now, you can just look on our website or our social media, and registration is free. And so education still has more to offer. Now, this is the scholarship program. We have something for all ages. And Sister Susana is the lead for this scholarship program. So, Susana, can you share details about the scholarship program and who is eligible to apply?
Absolutely. It's like, but wait, there's more. So, our scholarship program is a fantastic opportunity to support students who are passionate about their education and making a difference in their communities. So, we award a total of $5,000 annually in the spring across three categories: high school senior, undergraduate, and graduate student. If you are a Black female high school senior graduating from a Louisiana high school and accepted into an accredited higher learning institution, or if you're currently an undergraduate or graduate student with at least 2 semesters left, this is for you. We're looking for students with a GPA of 2.75 or higher, a heart of community service, and a drive to succeed. So I know nobody wants to miss this chance to take their dreams to the next level.
Okay, now we have a question. I think they're talking about the last event, but let's just get to this question right quick. Hello, I am Porche. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. Nurse practitioner in the Baton Rouge area. My question is, what impact does reading aloud have on scholars' literacy development?
Reading aloud, that's super, super important because again, they can hear the words themselves, they can repeat it over and over. And for some student that works. So we do encourage read aloud because again, if a child is hesitant to read and you as a parent or a teacher is reading to them, that encourage them also to want to read. You can do it to where also what we call your popcorn out. So I read, you read, giving them that opportunity to engage in ways that will be helpful for their development, but also the confidence level. So a lot of our kids lack the confidence. They don't want to read aloud because they're afraid if they mispronounce a word, someone may laugh at them. There's a confidence level that you have to boost. So you have to be okay with you making a mistake. Even as a school leader, when we read it with our kids, I'm like, okay, I don't know how to pronounce that word. Can you help me? And even just saying that is like, oh, you're an adult, you don't know this word. And sometimes just pretending that you don't know this word and have them go ahead and read it for you. But it does help with literacy development, and we strongly encourage it.
And so you have to be able to read to get to the scholarship where the money resides, as Sister Tirsla said. So
love it.
Tell us what types of scholarships are available and what criteria are used to select recipients.
So as you can see on the screen, we've got the three categories that I mentioned. We've got the high school senior, we've got the undergraduate, and then we have the graduate student. We are giving multiple scholarships, people, multiple. Your chance to win is high here. It's a local scholarship. We are looking very, very selectively, not really, but we want all of our local people to apply. And I know we've got a lot of local students that are out there. Like I said, 2.75 academic GPA. demonstrated community service, a commitment to their future goals. So, as I mentioned, some of the special criteria that we do have is that if you have worked with the NCBW Metropolitan Baton Rouge chapter in any capacity in any of our programs, you get some extra looks. But also, if you are a Louisiana high school graduate, and especially if you are from East Baton Rouge area, then you are also going to get an extra look in the surrounding areas as well. If you are at an HBCU that is local in our state, then you also will get an extra look because these are the students that we are looking to help the most. Each application requires a video submission and a personal statement, but we really, really just want to get to know these young ladies, allow them to showcase what they've done and where they're going. We want to actually uplift them and help them excel academically and make a positive impact. So we really, really get excited when they're studying or doing the work of the 100 in our areas, which are public policy, economic empowerment, education, and health. Last year, we were blessed with a generous donation from our local leaders, and we were actually able to award even more than you see on this flyer. So we're looking to do the same this year. Last year, a business student got an extra scholarship that was donated. So we are looking for you to apply, because your chances are very, very high of showcasing yourself and winning this scholarship.
Now, you kind of answered this question from the audience, but she, I think, wants to know, do you have to be at a HBCU to apply? Like, can you apply if you're at LSU?
Oh, absolutely. I just said we might take an extra look because it's in the 100's mission to definitely support our HBCU students. But absolutely, any Louisiana university is on the list. Also, if you are from Louisiana and you are now in a different state at another university, then absolutely you can also apply.
Here's a question. If I'm still deciding which school I would like to attend, can I apply?
Please do. Absolutely. I know you're taking your time trying to figure out which school deserves you, and you should. So you just need to tell us who you think you're going to select. We won't tell your secret. It's okay with us. But what we will do is that before we release the funds, we do get you to let us know officially who you selected. And there's some paperwork that you have to submit prior to receiving the funds.
So you can't put a school and then lie and don't go to the school and think you're going to get the money in your pocket.
No, ma'am. We have a list of other people that can take the money if you end up not going to school, which is okay. That sometimes does happen. But we definitely do verify which school you're going to, and we verify that it is an accredited higher ed institution.
So what impact has this program had on past recipients?
We are so lucky that we have truly changed the lives of a lot of students. Now graduates, right? So our program hasn't been around too long, but we have seen to where now we're having lawyers, nurses come out of our scholarship program. But what's most impactful is imagine not having enough money to pay for a meal plan, necessary program supplies, or being able to attend a conference that really is going to take your career to that next level. We've been able to assist each one of our past recipients in that manner. And so they definitely are going on to incredible careers, contributing to their communities consistently, and becoming leaders in their fields. The financial support eases a burden, probably a very small burden, but it allows them to focus even more so on their studies and their dreams. So beyond the money, the scholarship gives them confidence, encouragement, and a network of support through the coalition. And I think the last set of our recipients were even more dazzled because of how they received their awards at our royal experience, the royal experience. So we make sure that our recipients feel like they are true royalty because they deserve it. We advocate unapologetically for our Black girls and women. And this is just another way that we are continuing to help them in their economic empowerment as well. So we're truly excited that we're the stepping stone to some of their greatness.
And that's a good point to bring up. You just don't get the scholarship in an envelope in the mail. We make a big program and a big razzle dazzle out of it, where we're going to present you in front of the room looking fabulous, where we take pictures. So our scholarship program is a big deal. We make a
red carpet event.
Yes, a red carpet. We make a spectacle out of going to school and getting an education.
Do we? Come on.
And so we have a question for the audience. Do you have to finish the application in one sitting, or will it save my progress?
So what you need to do is just make sure that wherever you start your application, you finish it. But it does save your progress, because we know that there are some things that you might not have on hand immediately. We want you to start the application because we can see that. And if you start the application and if you have any problems, we can reach out and help you. So just get started, put your name in there, put the things that you know, like your video, maybe you don't have your transcript yet. Those things you can come back and upload later. You can also go ahead and start calling those people, because you need a couple of references. You need someone that can vouch for your community service, and then you need someone, a faculty or a school leader, that can also vouch for you. So we want those letters to get in on time, because the key here is 3125. March 1st, on 2025, March 1st, 2025. That's the day that you want to make sure that you have everything in for your application to be complete. So starting now and finish in February. Sounds like a plan?
Yes. So what advice do you have for students applying for the scholarship? Maybe somebody looks at it and feels overwhelmed, because it's a lot.
Yes, yes. So this is why it's great that your application kind of saves, right? Because you can come in and do the parts that you're really comfortable with. We understand the attention just comes and goes, right? So just get started. Just get started. And this is the second thing that you need to do. If you don't do anything else, do this second thing. Tell somebody else that you are applying for this scholarship, and tell them when it's due, and make them bug you until you hit that submit button, okay? If you need to call one of us, our email is being shared. We will be the person to do that for you, okay? So you want to make sure that you just start the application, and I promise you that if you take it bit by bit, it does seem overwhelming at first, but if you just start checking some little things off the list, you can complete it, and you can truly win this scholarship. There are so many opportunities for you. So this is your time, this is your chance. And for parents out there, please bug those children. Make sure that they hit that submit button. Make sure that they show you that congratulations, you have submitted your application piece, okay? You want them to do this because this is such a great help. Even though this is a few $100s for some, it just can really go such a long way for an individual that is already counting their pennies each and every day and just trying to make it at school, especially for our first generation students. This is such a big help. So encourage someone to do it today.
And you might need extra money if some of the federal funds get cut to go to school. This money will come in handy.
Absolutely.
And parents can also motivate the kids to do it, because that's money in their pocket. They can go on a little vacation to the spa. So think about how it would be beneficial to you as well.
Absolutely. Yes.
So how can individuals or businesses support or contribute to the scholarship fund?
Absolutely. We are open for business here at the 100. We are taking each and every donation. We believe that our local community can help us in such a great manner. We're starting with $5,000 a year, but just think about what we can do, and just think about what your organization can say that they've done in also advocating for our Black girls and women and helping them just continue in their education. And this doesn't necessarily have to be a 4-year institution. This can be for some of our associate level degrees. This can just be for someone that's out there trying to get a technical degree. We were talking about that earlier. So there's so many different opportunities that any organization can support. And if they want to donate and specifically donate to the scholarship program, they can go to our website, ncbwmetro.org, and there we can direct you on how you can make donations. And if you want that to be a particular scholarship, maybe you want your name on a scholarship, we can do that for you. So we are definitely more than happy and excited to share that with our Black girls and women out there trying to pay for their education.
And so the deadline to get your application in is March 1st. If you half do it by March 1st, that doesn't count, correct? It has to be complete.
It doesn't count because everything will give you points. So even if you leave it undone, you might get 2 points, but if somebody else gets 80 points, then it's just not going to work, right? So you want to put your best foot forward and just put all of your information in there and just hit submit. The hardest things I will say are doing things like this, getting in front of that camera, right? But I know, just imagine and remind yourself of the hours maybe that you put in. If you put in 3 hours, maybe even 4 hours of work, just think about it. You could be making at least $200 an hour for the work that you're putting in for this application. So just use that as your motivation, right? Because most of our students are out there maybe making $10 an hour, and that might be max for some, right? So just imagine the work that you're putting in not only is great for this scholarship, but it can serve you for another scholarship. A lot of the questions that we're asking are very standard scholarship questions, and you can use that to help you get even more money.
Well, that's awesome. So again, this deadline for the scholarship is March 1st. This Saturday, we have the virtual college and career fair. Everything is free. And we have Beaucoup Vidbu March 8th for the young girls, kindergarten through 5th grade. So all of these programs and initiatives are free. And we have a comment from the audience. This is critical and valuable work for our community and our girls. I encourage anyone whose employer offers nonprofit donations to submit a request on behalf of NCBW Metro BR. Yay! I'm going to give you a clap for that.
Yes.
Yes, we definitely want your donations. You can just go on our website and donate through PayPal on our website. But if you want to do something big, like from your job, definitely contact the education committee, and it could be something big we do besides just giving a donation on the website. So thank you for that comment. Are you a sister or are you just a supporter? Sometimes I don't know the sisters because we have some new ones, but thank you. That was an amazing comment.
Yes, very amazing.
So any final words of encouragement you would like to share with the students and families? I'll just go around to everybody for your final words of encouragement.
I can go ahead and start. I definitely.
She said she's a supporter. All right.
Thank you.
Thank
you. So definitely encouraging our parents to continue the work that the school is doing, making sure that our kids get at least 30 minutes of reading at home every single day, and just being that bridge between homeschool to make sure that our kids get everything that they need. And for I think her name is Cheryl, if you have donations, imagine you being the person to help bridge the gap with literacy. And if your employer, whoever got money, we are here to take all of it to make sure that our kids get to the next level. You cannot waste money on children.
Very nice. So I think that just from my end, just making sure that everybody goes to our website, goes to our social media to check out those flyers for those upcoming events. Like we said, everything is free. This is a wonderful opportunity for you to be able to engage your kids, yourself, in some really great programming that is free. So if you don't have the opportunity, maybe to read to your child every night, Beaucoup Vidbu could be an opportunity for you all to come together and you can kind of get some help with that. You can learn new things, an opportunity for you to get some funds for college, for you to learn about colleges and careers in the area. So I think just making sure to really take advantage of these opportunities because they are there, and we want to make sure that it gets to as many young Black girls and Black women as possible.
Absolutely. So to all the students and families out there, your dreams are valid and your hard work matters. So the scholarship is more than financial aid. It's actually an investment in these individuals, in these Black girls and women. And so their potential can make a difference. So to that student, don't let fear or doubt hold you back. Take the leap, apply, and show the world what you're made of. Your future is bright, and we're here to help you shine. So we look forward to everyone attending these programs, but more importantly, just for these students, these high school students and beyond, apply, apply, apply.
Yes, absolutely. And education has so many big programs. Some have broken off. Like we have an amazing mentorship program. We're going to have a show for the mentorship program by itself. That's amazing. And as we mentioned, our scholarship recipients are going to be honored at the Royal Experience coming up May 31st. So that will probably be the next show where we tell you more about that. So we just have a bunch of amazing things going on with the Metropolitan Baton Rouge chapter. Again, if you want to reach out directly to the Education Committee, their email is on the screen. And one last question. For your events like at Beaucoup Vidbu, do you take in-kind sponsors? Because do you give like waters and snacks out?
We are. So any sponsorship for snacks, because we know kids love snacks, right? So yes, we are. And it wouldn't be fitting not to tell the whole Education Committee, thank you for the work. We are the greatest committee.
Well, now you know some people are going to challenge you on that one.
The best committee.
Okay.
But we all love each other. But we do want to say shout out to our Education Committee for all of the hard work. We couldn't do this without you. Definitely shout out to Sister Desiree Banks because she actually is co-leading with the Beaucoup Vidbu as well.
Well, thank you so much for being here tonight. And we have so many amazing. Vice President says, okay, now we can't be having no battle between the committees. We all good, she said. But again, thank you to the Education Committee for all your hard work. And this is definitely important, teaching literacy to our community. And we'll definitely be in touch with your next set of events. So thanks again for coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam PR Director.
And wave. Our first VP say battle on. I love it. Oh, she likes the challenge. Okay, thank you, ladies. So thank you to my guests, Hazel, Andromeda, and Susana, for being on the show this evening and the phenomenal work you are doing in education on behalf of the Metropolitan Baton Rouge chapter. Stay up to date with everything we have going on by going to our website at ncbwmetrobr.org. There, you can subscribe to our email newsletter and get updates weekly about all of our programs coming up and how you can get involved and register and purchase tickets. So make sure you visit our website too if you want to give a donation and if you want to learn about the organization and what we stand for and represent, ncbwmetrobr.org. And also, I already said donate, but it's down for me to say donate again. So donate, donate, donate. We love donations. I've been your host this evening, Shanice Lewis, on behalf of the Metropolitan Baton Rouge chapter and President Courtney Hunt. Thank you for tuning in to Keeping It 100 Coalition Conversations. And until next time, be blessed.